Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
In this episode, we started at Pacific City, Oregon, and drove to Salem, which is where my beautiful wife Carol was born and raised. We have all kinds of family here in Salem, and we had the privilege of spending Easter with them.
My cousin Remington has been working on a car restoration for a while now, and this Easter it was finally completed. He was kind enough to take me and Dan out for a ride.
So what is this?
Mashed potatoes.
And whose recipe?
My mama's recipe.
Oh.
Cherry ones. The Dr. Pepper ones.
The next day was Peter's 16th birthday. We had a lot of fun. My Uncle John is a personal trainer, and he came over to show me how to use my new Rogue sandbag weights that I got for my birthday.
Here, big chest, keep those shins nice and vertical, flat back. That's the deadlift, right? Reaching back with your hips, standing up nice and tall. Clean, be here. Just kind of punching under. Right? So this would be a thruster. So you squat down, elbows to knees, punch up. Next, we started packing our bags for a trip from Portland, Oregon to Dallas, Texas. We were heading to Texas for the wedding of our dear friends Dani Owens and Jud Harris. Some severe weather came through, the grounds people weren't allowed out to get our luggage out of the plane, so we waited, I don't know, at least an hour waiting for our luggage. More
Almost
like two hours. Almost 2 hours waiting for the hail and the lightning to pass. So anyway, we got our luggage now, and we got our rental car, and we're heading finally to Waco a couple hours late.
The next day was the wedding. It was a beautiful ceremony and reception, and we had so much fun. Congratulations to the new couple, Dani and Jud Harris.
Like a long time, but nothing seems like a long time when I am with you. I feel like I'm walking on water since the day that I asked your father to let go of his daughter. So give me
the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Go in peace. It is my honor to be the first to present Mr. and Miss Jud Harris.
Take my heart and take my hand. Take my heart and take my hand again and again. Right where we stand.
what I'm talking about. You know what? I feel good. I don't even think we need to let this go on any further.
Okay.
Are y'all ready to get a little louder?
Sure.
Are you ready to get a little louder? I'm not. Sorry. Here we go. Little louder now. 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 Little louder. Y'all ready? Little louder now. Here we go.
Let her take my heart and take my hand. Take my heart and take my hand. Take my heart and take my hand again and again. Right where we stand.
I never really know what love is, but whatever it is, I feel it in your kiss. You waltzed in like somebody planned it all. I feel right where I belong. Like me so weak, my heart is strong. So give me your word, and I'll give you all I got.
After an absolutely beautiful wedding, we got up the next morning and had breakfast with our relatives from Houston, Harry and Christine. They were in town and it was such a wonderful time of fellowship and friendship. Thanks Harry and Christine for hanging out with us while we were in Waco. After breakfast, we went to the local bike shop and rented bikes, and then went into Cameron Park, which is an incredible mountain bike trail in Waco along the Brazos River. All kinds of trails in there. They've held national mountain biking events, and since our bikes were stolen, as you've seen in a previous episode, we rented 5 mountain bikes just so we could get back on the trails, and our friends Dina and Mike Owens came with us. After a fun time on the trails, we stopped for a lunch of delicious tacos and some incredibly interesting ice cream. Check this out. We just went for a nice bike ride with rented bikes here in Waco, Texas on the, they have some sweet trails. And now we're at a place called Fuzzy's for tacos with our friends Dina and Mike Owens. That evening, we had a fun dinner at the Twisted Root with our good friends Mike and Joy Bidwell.
had an awesome time working up at the ranch with Mike.
Animals that they recently got called oryx. Not orcs like on Lord of the Rings, but oryx. O-R-Y-X. Saw a couple of zebras. There's 3 of them. 2 of them are black with white stripes and one was white with black stripes. Beautiful.
Watch this video.
We were just doing some weed eating and mowing around the ranch, getting all around everywhere. I was just weed eating all the edges.
No rattlesnakes?
No rattlesnakes, I didn't get bit.
We've seen on this ranch, of course there's big whitetail deer. Huge whitetails, beautiful. Black buck from Africa, hogs. All kinds of exotic birds like rheas, ostriches, I think zebra. There's even zebra here. So when you get way back into the ranch, it almost looks like you're on the Serengeti, the big shade trees and the tall grass. It's amazing. We're here in the spring and it's a little colder than normal. We're wearing jackets and stuff, but I mean it's not cold. It's like 56 Fahrenheit, but man, and we've been here in July and it's a whole different climate. It's hot. So it's nice seeing this part of the country at different times of the year. It's really interesting.
The next day, our friends took us on their boat to go for a ride and to fish on Lake Waco.
That afternoon, we had the privilege of speaking with the Chief Operating Officer of the Dwyer Group, Mary Thompson, and with the CEO, Mike Bidwell. What an excellent homeschooling assignment, learning from some of the best in the business. We learned about corporate culture, the importance of values in the workplace. We learned about leadership. Very good time was had by all. We learned so much, and I collected a lot of good information, first of all for my next book, but also for my speaking engagements and my business coaching.
Dwyer Owens at her speaking event at Baylor University.
Dina Dwyer Owens is the former CEO of the Dwyer Group. You may have seen her on TV on the wildly popular episode of The Undercover Boss. She is now a professional speaker and speaks about values in the workplace.
I'm honored to be here with you tonight. Thank you so much. So, as Dr. Newberg said, we're going to talk a little bit about my faith story in the workplace, and then we're going to transfer to probably the most exciting.
She spoke about the importance of having clear values and, even more importantly, living them in every aspect of your life.
The next day, we went for brunch with Dina and with her mom, Terry. We had an excellent time of friendship and fellowship, and the place was called the Heritage Homestead. Now, we started exploring after our brunch and came upon such an incredible community there where they keep alive a lot of the old arts and crafts like woodworking, furniture making, blacksmithing. Again, that was an amazing homeschool assignment where we got to really learn a lot about the way things were done back in the day. Thanks to all the artists there for taking the time to show us how it works and really give us a good education on that. This is definitely a place we're going to go back to because we didn't get a chance to see the entire facility. So if you're ever down in Central Texas, deep in the heart of Texas, make sure you look up Heritage Homestead. Good food and amazing educational experience.
point that bar that I made there will be the end of the leaf. And I'm going to separate the stem and go ahead and thin that out. Doing what's called a half-face hammer blow. It just means I'm striking so the hammer is half on the anvil and half off. So it allows me to thin down that middle section without get a good shoulder it'll be the bottom of the leaf there. But if the steel gets down to that dull red color, you can feel getting hard enough, you're really not going to be able to do a lot with it. Now flatten this, I'm going to use the back side of the hammer. Kind of acts like a rolling pin. If I were to strike using the face of the hammer when I'm flattening, I'd be spreading the steel more or less in all directions. So some of the steel would be going into the length of the leaf. In this case, I want to put it all into the width to get that leaf as wide as possible. The steel really responds a lot like clay or something, the way it moves when it's hot. The way you think it's clay would be. Veins in the leaf now. Got a spot in this stuff that burned out. Hammer that into it so you can give it a little form. And that goes from red to black. It's still 1,000 degrees.
It's amazing. That is so
You make that look easy.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
This is called a hardy cutter. Square hole in the handle is called the hardy hole, and it's used for holding tools like that. So it really gives you an extra hand while you're working, so you don't have to hold your stock, chisel, and your hammer. And have a belt gun. Brush this a little bit. The scale, the sparks come off the steel and working. As the scale that forms on the steel in the fire, and that scale is a form of oxidation, really the same thing as rust. So it's between 310 and 630 degrees.
Holy. That's really cool.
It's the same.
Wow.
That one piece.
That's one piece?
Wow. On our last evening in Texas, we got invited to have dinner with our friends Mikey and Angel Owens at their new beautiful home in West Texas.
But even that. The next morning, we got up early, packed up all our things, said bye to our dear friends, and drove up to Dallas for a flight back to Portland, where we picked up our RV, which was actually at the Mercedes dealership, getting an oil change and getting some TLC, which she needed because we've been on the road for a long time and we pushed this vehicle pretty hard, but it's done an amazing job for us. We are heading to Dallas Airport again after an amazing time in Waco, Texas. We have so many wonderful friends there, and the whole week was just inspiring and encouraging and uplifting. It's amazing what happens when you surround yourself with people who are ambitious and smarter than you in every way. It just lifts you up to a new perspective, and that's how I think all of us feel after leaving an amazing trip to Waco. We are now heading back to Portland, Oregon. We'll see you in Portland. Just returned the rental car. Now we're gonna take the bus over to the DFW airport, and we're flying about 2 hours back to Portland. thank you to everyone in Texas. You guys made that week so special for us. It's hard to even put in words. I hope the video does justice. We really appreciate and love all of you, and thank you for your hospitality, for sharing your wisdom and knowledge with us, and for giving us such an amazing time. And in the meantime, we'll see you down the road.